Hello, everyone. First of all, I'm very much honored to be here. Thank you for the invitation. It's great to be here. As Tim mentioned, my name is Ashok Gurung, and I'm a former refugee from Bhutan. Because of some kind of problem in the country, so I was out of school at the age of 9 and an unaccompanied minor at the age of 11, becoming a refugee. As a child, I did not have anybody to support, guide, or care at that age. In that condition, one would get easily abused by others again in an underdeveloped country. I tried hard to remain on track without getting indulged in wrong track, but gradually pressure started to build up, and I developed anxiety that was severe to a point that I had many panic attacks at night with my heart pounding. I got up at night and worrying that I was having a heart attack. Some of the signs that I had was like my body was asymmetrical. I could not relax. My right shoulders always raised up like this, and like doing that constantly over the whole day makes you physically tired. And I had a lot of pain in my shoulders. My abdomen was always cleansed, and I was always in the fight or flight mode. The opposite of fight or flight mode is rest and digest. So it was hard for me to have the latter. This means I was hardly digesting that what I ate, and the level of acid reflux was too much. So in 2009, I got resettled in the United States and had access to medical care, fortunately. But the only doctor I visited most was a gastroenterologist. I had 6 endoscopy and 3 colonoscopies. One of the doctors, when I visited them, gave me the FODMAP, this FODMAP we call it as, fermentable oligodimonosaccharides and polyols. It means that I have to avoid some of the foods. So I avoided some of the foods that contained FODMAP. On some occasion, it was okay, but not always. The same food was helped me a day before, gave me a lot of bloating in the next day. So not only that, but also I had double vision problems. The more stressed I was, my eyes drifted the more, and it was difficult for me to align my eyes. I underwent 3 eye surgeries for my medial rectal muscles of both of my eyes. So at this point, I exploited the medical system here. Of all else is not knowing that I had anxiety and was like what was causing all these disorders. And instead I thought otherwise. I had gastritis problem and acid reflux was not letting me sleep. Partly it was true, but more was anxiety. When the child does not sleep, he becomes cranky the next day. For me, I was angry always with my families. Honestly, I literally fought with them as I was too sensitive to things that spoke, like when they spoke and looked towards the negative light. So in fact, it was a turning point in my life. I could not forgive myself for fighting with someone who I love and live with. So I needed to make some educated decision, but I didn't know what to do. It was in 2012, my wife and I talked about the family matter and decided to go for a meditation teacher. There was a charge to pay though. For the school goers, and there was, however, 50% discount. And we did 2 sessions, both of us attending the transcendental meditation. The only thing that we were given was a 1-syllable mantra. So I started doing the meditation after then. One day I was attending a psychology class, and we were learning the signs and symptoms of anxiety. Looking at the list, I just realized that I had more than what the list had. It may not sound appropriate in the professional level when like a lot of doctors here today. First time in my life, I became my own doctor to diagnose a problem in me. But I was hesitant to go to a doctor because of anxiety, because we know the stigma of being labeled crazy, and it is very much prevalent in our community. So I kept doing meditation 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the evening. Gradually, I was able to focus more on studies. I started remembering my names of those people who I got introduced with. So meditating just before bed not only improved my sleep quality, but also shortened the duration of my sleep. It was enlightening to me then. So I went deeper into learning about mental health problems, and as my fellow Bhutanese, people were experiencing a lot of mental health problems. So one thing I did was, like Tim mentioned, getting trained in mental health first aid, and later as an instructor. By now, I have trained over 1,000 people. This was also how I got connected with CST and the Office of Refugee Resettlement. Mr. Tim Kelly has been very great supporter for this mental health program, mental health first aid program in our community. I'm humbled to be known as a crucial contributor to mental health education and awareness in the Bhutanese community in the US today. Besides, I'm also involved with some universities in doing research that, including the COVID-19 that Tim mentioned. But more importantly, meditation has been blessing for me, and I'm always eager to try anything for meditation, as I knew in any means it is helpful. When I joined meditation group at CST, learning the 4-syllable mantra has been another tool that I can't get distracted easily before completing the 4 syllables. And it is also easy for me to synchronize with my bodily sound, like the heartbeat. Above all, my health is in perfect condition, and I do not have to take any medication for anything. The only treatment I take is doing some physical exercises and meditating every morning and evening, right after bed in the morning and after just before the bed in the evening. And I will continue doing this as long as I will be able to, and will be sharing these blessings to others as much as I can. Thank you so much.